Welcome to your 10 minutes of stretching for today. I am Lauren Whitehurst. I'm a certified personal trainer and certified nutrition coach and one part of our Whole Life Vitality team. And I am here to walk you through 10 minutes of stretching today. This is great for first thing in the morning, right before you go to bed. Also wonderful if you've been sitting at a desk for a little while or just got off a long car ride, maybe doing a little traveling for work and you just got off a plane. Wonderful 10 minutes of stretching right here. Let's get started. This can all be done from a chair or from the floor. Today we're going to get down on the floor for part of it. We're going to be standing for part of it. We're just going to enjoy this time to stretch our muscles and get moving and feel really good. So let's get started. Take a deep breath in, arms up over your head as high as you can reach. Really reach through those fingertips, feeling your spine get nice and long. Our spine gets decompressed over the course of the day, and that does not feel very good at all. Exhale, bring the arms all the way back behind you, all the way down to the sides. Deep breath in, arms all the way up. Oh, that feels so good. Breathe all the way into your belly and exhale, arms all the way down. Very good. We're going to take one arm across the chest and hold. Go ahead and leave that shoulder drop down. We don't want that shoulder up here in our ear. We're trying to leave our neck nice and long. Shoulder drop down, arm across the body. We're not going to hold down here. We're going to hold up here towards the upper part of our arm so that we're not putting any unnecessary stress on the elbow. I like to kind of wiggle my hand here just because I'm a wiggler. I just wiggle sometimes. Take the arm all the way up. And then we're going to drop it down behind. Nice little tricep stretch right here. Now you can leave this hand here in front, supporting that tricep, or you can bring it up over your head and grab the elbow. If you're standing here, make sure you're not doing a big arch in your back when you reach back for that. You want to maintain this neutral spine. So instead of arching back, we're going to stand up nice and tall with that pelvis tucked just a little bit, supporting the back, supporting the abs, and release. Shake that arm out. Oh, it's already feeling better. Take the other arm across and hold. Remember, keep that shoulder drop down. I love a good stretch. Seriously, I cannot even tell you. Love a good stretch. Nice and long across that shoulder, and then all the way up and drop it down. Again, you can support from the front here, or take the other arm all the way over and grab your elbow. Again, remember to maintain a neutral spine, keeping that pelvis tucked. Nice long stretch here. Deep breath in, breathing all the way into our belly. What does that mean, breathing all the way into our belly? When you inhale, often people just breathe into the top of their lungs. But when you breathe all the way into your belly, kind of like a baby breathes, you do, and you actually let your belly expand, fill your lungs completely, and then let everything come out. Great relaxation technique. Deep breath in, arms all the way up over the head. And then we're going to exhale and swan dive all the way down. Now, we're going to keep our legs nice and straight here, and we're going to keep our back nice and flat here. So if that means that this is as far as we're going, keeping our legs straight and our back flat, that is totally fine. Whatever that looks like for you is 100% fine. If we want to get a little deeper in our stretch, instead of rounding our shoulders forward like this, we can bend the knees a little bit and then come down a little lower. And if you already have the flexibility from stretching, then you can take that flat back all the way down and drop your hands on the floor. And we're going to hang out here for just a second, maybe find a little bit of movement here. And then bend the knees just a little and let the head come all the way down in ragdoll. And we're just going to let the neck shake out. Shake it yes and no. We hold a lot of tension in our neck. Definitely don't want to keep taking that through life with us. So let's let go of that tension. Good. And then slowly roll it all the way up. Roll the shoulders all the way up and back and down. Very good. Let's come down to a seated position on the floor. We're going to take our legs out in front, away from us. Sit up nice and tall. Again, just like we did while we were standing, we're going to keep our legs nice and long. We're going to keep our back nice and tall and straight. And we're just going to hinge forward, hinging from the hips here. Whoop, hinging forward. You might not go very far, again, and that's okay. If you want to go a little further, you can bend the knees a little bit and come forward that way, keeping that nice long back there. If you already have the flexibility, you can go ahead and lean forward into it, keeping that nice long back. We're going to hold that. Again, I'm a wiggler, so I like to move a little bit in my stretches. Nice long stretch here. Just hold that, feeling it all the way through the back of your legs, maybe through your back, nice and long. And then if it feels good here, you can release the back and neck and just extend that stretch. Very good. Keeping those breaths nice and long, all the way in and all the way out. Beautiful. Let's turn to the front here. We're going to bring our heels together. These heels can be as close to your body as you are comfortable. You can bring them all the way in. You can bring them way out in front. Wherever you are comfortable, that is the right place to sit in your little clamshell here. And we're going to sit up nice and tall, just like we've been doing this whole time, and just hinge forward from our hips. Again, you might not go very far with just a hinge, and that's totally fine. Totally fine. Oh yeah. Releasing the tension in those hips. Beautiful. Maybe flap those butterfly wings just a little bit if that feels good. Nice long deep breaths as you hold and let those hips release. And then we'll sit all the way up. And this next time, we're going to curl the body over. So first we held our spine nice and long and straight. And this time we're going to curl everything down. So the top of our head is going to come down towards our feet. So you get a nice long stretch through your back and your neck. And we're just going to hold in your butterfly. Beautiful. How does that stretch feel? I hope your hips are beginning to release, getting a little relief there. We hold a lot of emotions as well as tension in our hips. So sometimes as you release those hips, you can feel a little bit of an emotional release as well. Let's take our legs out in front here. Sit up nice and tall. Sometimes I'll even grab my booty and pull it back so I can sit up even taller. And then we're going to take one foot and bring it up over your knee. Not on your knee. We're going to come just above the knee so we're not stressing that joint there. And then we're going to take our hands through, one hand is going to go through that hole in the center. We're going to lift the leg up and grab your hands together underneath the leg that's out. Does that make sense? Did everybody get it? So we're making like a triangle here. A triangle here in front with our legs and taking our hands through the center. Good. And then I like to circle my ankle out for the foot that's up. Getting a little extra I like to double up on my movements here just so we can make sure we have the best use of our time. If you only have 10 minutes, then you really want to get the most out of your stretches. And let's take it down and release, and we'll swap to the other leg. So we're going to bring the other foot up over the knee. One hand is going to go through, the other hand is going to go on the outside of the leg, and we're going to clasp our hands together underneath and bring it in. Very good. And then we're going to circle the other ankle out. I do a lot of stretching. I really enjoy it. These movements are not difficult for me, but if they are difficult for you and you're just getting started with stretching, or your muscles are a little bit tighter, there's nothing wrong with that. You just don't go as far into the moves. That is totally fine. Do your best. Whatever amount of stretching you can do, wonderful. So good for your body. So good for your stress levels. You will feel so much better. All right, come to a comfortable seated position, whatever that looks like for you. Really doesn't matter. We're going to take our hands in front, and we're going to grab one hand by the fingers here and just extend that arm long so you get a nice stretch through your forearm here. I love this. Our forearms and our hands are so neglected, especially with all that typing we do at computers or our phones or driving, picking up stuff with our hands. Our hands get a lot of work and very little love. Switch around the other way, and we're just going to stretch through the other part of our forearm here. Nice long deep breaths. Breathing is important. Don't hold your breath. And let's switch hands. The other one. Out nice and long. Oh, that feels so good. Good job. And flip it over. Very nice. We're going to roll those wrists out and switch directions. And last but not least, let's give that neck just a little love. Roll it all the way out. If you hear a little snap, crackle, and pop in your neck when you roll it, that is normal. But you don't want to feel pain, so be gentle with your neck. Thank you for joining me today. Come back often. You will be so glad that you did. Get your body stretched out, relieve some of that tension, and enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you next time.